Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Becky Widish, Chairman of the Niagara County Legislature. Thank you for joining us live on LCTV for our Niagara County COVID-19 update. We're also currently streaming live on lctv.net and on 90.9 FM on your radio. Unfortunately, today I do have to announce one new death related to COVID-19 in Niagara County. This is one of our residents who was a 70-year-old male with underlying health conditions. This is always the hardest part of what we have to report. We know that these will come. This isn't over yet, but always terrible news to have to relay to you. And as always, our prayers and condolences certainly go out to the friends and family of this individual that has been lost. The rest of our update is as follows. We have another 18 new positive cases of COVID-19 to report here in Niagara County, which brings our total to 428 positives to date. Now again, that includes all of your isolations, recoveries, and deaths. We currently have 207 individuals who are in isolation. 188 individuals are isolating at home, with another 19 who are in the hospital. The good news being 199 people have recovered. This is always what we want to hear. It shows that people can recover and do. The large percentage of individuals who do test positive will be okay and recover. But of course, that now brings us to a total of 22 COVID-19 related deaths here in Niagara County. Our Niagara County heat map has been updated today with those new positive cases, breaking them down municipality by municipality so you can see where most of those cases are occurring, again, of course, in the highly densely populated areas of our cities. We apologize for the technical difficulties yesterday. We had some issues getting that updated, but it is now current with the new numbers as of today. Switching to testing, the state COVID-19 tracker map shows us that now we've had 2,171 people that have been tested for COVID-19 here in Niagara County. Again, that's according to the State Department of Health. If you go on our niagaracounty.com website, at the top of the page is a COVID-19 banner. You'll find links for both of those maps right in that banner, both for the Niagara County heat map and the state tracker map. So you can see that our level of testing here in Niagara County has certainly begun to increase. That is something we've been hoping to see all along, and we've seen a big increase in just this past week in the level of testing that's happening here in Niagara County. That data will give us, of course, a much better idea of where we are locally on our own curve, which we've said all along is probably slightly behind the curve in downstate in the New York City area. We can't make good decisions without good data. So this is very good to hear that we are seeing more testing being done here in Niagara to give us a true sense of where we are. To that end, many of you probably heard, we spoke about it yesterday, and it's been, of course, in the media now, that the State Department of Health has opened a drive-through testing site at the NCCC campus. Again, that site is being run by the State Department of Health, not by our local department, and we're told that testing will start there tomorrow. They've been setting up for the last few days. We don't know how long that testing site will be on location. We know that in other areas of the state, they've been there for several days in a row, some as long as 2 to 3 weeks. But again, we do not know what the anticipated time frame is here. We have not been told that yet. Please know that you cannot just show up at the testing site. You must pre-register to be tested at that testing site, and you can do that by calling 1-888-364-3065. Again, that number is for the State Department of Health. It is an intake line, which means when you call, you'll be giving your information to the person on the line, and then the State Department of Health will call you back when they're able to conduct your screening and get you scheduled. Now, also today, you might have heard that the State Department of Health ran one of their antibody testing clinics. That was out at Wegmans on Military Road in Niagara Falls. Now, again, the antibody testing is very different. The site out at NCCC is actually doing diagnostic testing to let individuals know if they are currently infected with COVID-19. The antibody testing will show you if you've had previous contact with the virus, and that could be any time in the past, really not sure how far back that could have gone. But again, that will show you if you have the antibodies in your system, meaning you had prior contact and potentially could be a donor to individuals who are currently infected and needing treatment. That's an option that is being used as well. So again, Niagara Falls has consistently been the area with our highest number of positive cases. So certainly good that that antibody testing is being done in that area. It will be interesting to see how those numbers come back. Now again, those antibody testing sites are not something that we can either let you know about ahead of time. We actually don't know ourselves. They're pop-up testings purposely because they don't have enough tests, of course, to test everyone who would want to be, and they're only there for a few hours. So it is limited, and they do those kind of as a surprise pop-up so that they don't have large numbers of people showing up ahead of time. Bottom line is that after all of the frustration we've seen in testing supplies here in Niagara County, we are now making progress. So of course, we thank the State Department of Health for coming in to run those different testing sites. Testing being done is a key component in the unpausing of New York, according to the governor. So this is certainly a step in the right direction. We again need that good data to be able to make good, safe decisions for our businesses as we look at reopening in the area. Governor Cuomo and his briefing today again told us that hospitalizations and intubation rates continue on their downward trend, which they have been for several days now. This is great news. Today there were 900 new hospitalizations reported, which again is down from what they have been in the prior weeks. The reality check, of course, is that there were still 335 COVID-19 related deaths in New York State announced today. So that number is down. That again is good news, but the reality check that we are far from over in this situation, and that is still a very big number of individuals to lose in one day. So we're all thinking about reopening and what it will take to make that happen, of course, and we don't know an exact time frame. The governor talks again about his regional approach to reopening and the data that's needed to decide when an area will be able to open safely. Businesses, of course, will need to show that they're able to follow social distancing and other safety protocols before being allowed to reopen. The businesses out there, I know many of you are already thinking about this plan and how you might implement that when you're allowed to reopen, and Niagara County can certainly help in at least one area right off the bat. We will be reaching out in the coming days and weeks as those regional plans are put into place. We will certainly be working with all of our business community at the local level to help you through that process. One thing that we can offer right now is the cloth masks. Last week, we offered those free cloth masks through Niagara County Department of Emergency Management to businesses who needed to give them to their essential workers. We would now like to open that up to all of our area businesses. We gave out over 15,000 masks in the last week through that program, and we now want to offer this to businesses who are starting about their reopening process, and will need them for all of their employees most likely when that occurs. We encourage businesses to take part in this opportunity because we know that you can't order masks today necessarily and have them tomorrow. So we're asking that you start again thinking ahead about those reopening plans and utilize this offer that we have for you. You can either email ncem@niagaracounty.com or call 716-438-3171 to get those masks. Again, we are now opening this up to all businesses who are starting to put in place their reopening plans and will need those masks in the future. Another great opportunity that we heard about today, if you have elderly family members or neighbors that you're not able at this time to go and check on physically each and every day, there's a new program that's being run in conjunction with the Niagara County Sheriff's Office and the Lewiston Police Department called Are You OK? Now, this is something that the Lewiston Police Department has been using for several years. It helps to check on the welfare of our residents, but they're now opening this system up countywide for anyone who might need it. The system places a daily timed phone call to participating residents to confirm that they're okay. If no response is given or the resident needs help, an alert will immediately be generated and sent to the Niagara County Emergency Communications Center for either police or medical dispatch, depending on what's happening. The system works with a home-based landline or mobile line and is free to anyone who would like to sign up. Again, this is open to any resident of Niagara County at this point, and you can sign up for those checks by calling the Lewiston Police Department at 716-754-8477. And we know that through this entire pandemic, this last month or so, that things have been shut down. Really, our essential workers have been the backbone of getting us through this pandemic. Many of those are municipal workers. Our New York State Association of Counties has created a public service announcement to thank these workers. And I just wanted to take 30 seconds to play this PSA and say thank you to all of our workers in Niagara County and all of our local governments, and really all of the essential workers across our community who are out at this time taking care of us on the front lines. If we could play that, please.
You put it all on the line for us. Every day. Putting yourself at risk to care for the sick. Protect our neighbors. Answer the call and keep things moving, even as the world has been brought to a halt. To the thousands of county employees who show up for New Yorkers every single day, thank you.
And again, of course, a special thank you from me, the entire county legislature, and all of our residents for all of the work that you're doing for us at this difficult time. We continue to remind you, of course, that the Niagara County Mental Health Department does have a 24/7 free and confidential crisis services line that you can call. If you're experiencing any issues, if you or a family member is struggling at this difficult time because of anxiety of the uncertainty of the situation, finances, maybe you're just, you're concerned about the health of your friends and your family and loved ones and what life is going to look like when we're through this, please don't hesitate to reach out to them at 285-3515. Again, that's Mental Health Crisis Services Line, 24/7, free and confidential help for anyone who's struggling at this time. We are all in this together. Again, the number is 716-285-3515. Now, tomorrow I'll be joined on the show by Director of Employment and Training for Niagara County, Don Jablonski. Certainly many issues at this point that we want to discuss with him and information that he can help with and get out to our residents. If you joined us late today, we will be on demand on lctv.net under the Niagara County Legislature page. We'll also post that link for you on our Niagara County Facebook page as well. Another big thank you to LCTV for the partnership and allowing us to get this information out to the public and for replaying this broadcast throughout the evening in their schedule as time allows. Thank you, of course, again to all of the other broadcast stations who have chosen to pick us up and help us get this information out to our community. Everyone, as much as you can, please stay home, stay safe, and stay healthy.